Let me just say this. For all the black women that are on this man's platform and you follow what he says, y'all better pray that he has a litany of black men that listen to him as well, because that's who y'all gonna have to choose from. The men that think like him. His platform is predominantly black women. Where the men at? I hope the men talk about this, because there's no men there. So y'all better pray that he has a magical bag of black men that look just like him, act just like him, so y'all can marry. Because as of now, black men are kicking y'all ass in regards to the marriage rates. Don't come over here trying to find these men over here that understand the truth and they're trying to improve themselves. Stay your asses right there and follow exactly what he's saying. Because I don't want y'all bothering the black men over here.
I just want to say, fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck, 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 fuck you.
These marriage statistics for the black community. A lot of y'all sent me the video of George Frazier talking about how marriage is in a crisis state and no one's talking about it. You see roughly 34% of black men are married, right?
The stats say that 34% of black men are currently married. Keep that in mind.
And why is that a problem? Because if you look across the spectrum, if you look at our Indian brothers and sisters, it's in the 90s. Caucasian brothers, it's in the 70s. Our Hispanics, 60s.
You liar!
All right? This is an African-American problem. This is not an African problem. This is our problem. So this is going to be geared towards men.
What did y'all hear that was missing? What did y'all hear that was missing from the stats? You think I skipped through the video? Did you hear anything that was missing? When you talk about the marriage numbers in the black community, you mentioned that 34% of black men are actually married. But what's missing? Yeah, there you go. Pooh man, yeah, what about the women? What about the women? What happened? The stats are right behind them. And it's literally saying that there's more married black men than black women. Now, what do y'all think happened on his platform? He has a page that is predominantly black women. All in the comments, they blaming black men. Completely overlooked the fact that the statistics are right behind them, and he didn't even mention that black women have the biggest issue with marriage. And black women, I can't believe that y'all allowing this dude to get away with this. I know it feels good to make it seem like you guys are doing perfectly fine. And I get it. If the number said different, if it said that black women were 34% married and black men were 27%, oh man, black men wouldn't hear the end of it. But why would y'all trust a guy that's going to speak to the statistics, put them right in your damn face, and sit there and pander and completely overlook what they actually say? He goes directly to Hispanic, Asian, Indian men. And the numbers that he quoted are not true at all. Let me just say this. For all the black women that are on this man's platform and you follow what he says, y'all better pray. Y'all better pray that he has a litany of black men that listen to him as well. Because that's who y'all gonna have to choose from. The men that think like him. So if you understand that his platform is predominantly black women, because there's no men there. So y'all better pray that he has a magical bag of black men that look just like him, act just like him, so y'all can marry. Because as of now, black men are kicking y'all ass in regards to the marriage rates. So I don't know why we have these conversations and everybody completely overlooks black women and what they need to do. Because you hear black women say that, hey man, we need to start dating out. We just gonna start marrying white men. So if you have about almost 2 million more black women, that's 2 million more black women that could be married to white men. So you better start asking these white men what y'all need to do and or change in order to get married at a higher rate. Until then, all y'all need to shut the hell up, because this don't have nothing to do with black men. It has everything to do with why black women aren't marriage material as a whole. That's where we need to start having the conversations. And I'm not the first to say this. I'm going to clip in an old video where it has Steve Harvey, Hill Harper, Sherry Shepard, and a couple of other individuals, and they had a whole live panel show asking why Black women aren't married at a higher rate. You guys remember when I did that video? I'm going to clip that in here so they can understand how long we've been having this conversation.
Hello, Atlanta, and welcome to the Nightline Face-Off. Tonight we are going to find out why a successful Black woman can't find a man. That's a topic that we talk about amongst ourselves. The guys talk about it with the fellas, and the ladies are talking about it at the beauty shops. So, we've heard the statistics report that by age 30, only 50% of Black women have tied the knot. That Black women outnumber Black men in college 2 to 1, and that there are almost 2 million, exactly 1.8 million more Black women than Black men. So we're asking, who's to blame? So we're asking, who's to blame? So we're asking, who's to blame?
Look within. Focus your power. How interesting.
BlackDemographics.com just put this graphic up, and it's from, and I'm going to quote this one more time, the U.S. Census Bureau 2023 American Community Survey 1-year estimates. And I want you guys to pay very close attention. The first number that sticks out is Black women, 27% marriage rate. Black men, 34% marriage rate. That's a 7% difference. The total number of people married in the Black community is at 31%. And then also, of course, we already know that Black women have the higher divorce rates. They're widowed at the highest rate because Black men tend to die earlier than Black women. And then we also have the never married numbers. But most people will look and they'll see, well, if 49% of Black women have never married and Black men is at 51%, then that means that there's more Black men that have never married than Black women, right? That's what that means, right? No. This is how you share statistics on a platform. You don't just say it says like Dr. Bryant.
Black men do not want to marry. It says 90%, and you can talk about facts, but I'm going to give you stats, Willie. 90% of Black men would never marry.
It says that 90% of Black men will never get married. What is it? Where's it? This is how you tell people and you educate people on where to find this information for themselves. So this is where they got the information from. So you don't just believe, me or blackdemographics.com. You just actually go to the source, United States Census Bureau. So as you guys can see here, I typed in Black marriage. You see right here, it says American Community Survey, sex by marital status for the population. All you do is click that plus button right here. And what do you know? There's your ACS 1-year estimates, which is the same as, American Community Survey 1-year estimates. So this is for the Black community, and these are our marriage numbers. It shows you right there. Very simple. Of course, I got it for you guys to make it easier. U.S. Census Bureau 2023 Community Survey 1-year estimates, which is the same data pool that he used on this page right there. Sex by marital status for the population 15 years and over. Black or African American alone. This is what we're looking at. So the population of Black men 15 years and older is at 15.5 million. For Black women over the age of 15 is 17.3 million. Now that goes back to my point where I said there's almost 2 million more Black women than Black men. It's actually 1.7 million more Black women than Black men. So there's an overage of Black women, which gives them more opportunities to get married. That's a great thing, right, Black women? The Black men never married 15 years and older is at 7.9 million. Black women never married 15 years and older is at 8.3 million. That is a difference of 436,000 Black women who have never married. So when you look at the statistics and it says 51% of Black men and 49% of Black women, all that actually means is that Black men have a higher percentage because there's less than us 15 years and older. there's more black women, so there are more black women who have never married. And that shouldn't be looked at as a negative, because black women are marriageable, right? And white men want black women, right? So that should be a good thing for black women out there. There's 1.7 million more, y'all, that white men can scoop up. Go find them. Ask them. Black men now married, and again, excluding separated, 15 years and older, there is 5.3 million black men married. Black women, 15 years and older, there are 4.7 million black women who are currently married. The difference, there is 584,917 black men now married, more married black men than black women. The problem for black women is that the argument falls short in regards to blaming black men for not wanting marriage, because there's less of us and there's more of you, but for some odd reason, black men have found a way to get married at a higher rate. So that's where your argument fails when you start with talking to black men. You need to start talking to black women. It's simple. What is wrong with the black community, man? Y'all scared of black women to tell them the truth? For black men, it's 15.5 million. That comes out to 34.17, which are the numbers that Black demographics shared. You know, I'm always on point. I do this for a living. And black women now married 15 years and older, the percentage from that 17.3 million population is 27.25, which is exactly what Black demographics actually put there as well. Again, I'm always on point. That is a 6.92% difference of black men currently married. Now, let's take a look at why the divorce rates come into play. And actually, I'm going to give black women a pat on the back here, because we compare the two from 2022 to 2023. In 22, black men now married was at 5.2 million. In 2023, excluding the separated, it's now at 5.3 million. For black women, it was at 4.6 million in 2022. In 2023, it's at 4.7 million. Okay, so black women from 2022 to 2023, 66,918 more black women got married. From 2022 to 2023, 21,836 black men got married. So right there, you guys can see that there was more black women that actually got married between 2022 to 2023. So why do black men always have a higher rate? I'll tell you why. Because of the fact that in 2022, there were 2.2 million black women divorced, but in 2023, there was 2.3 million black women divorced. That is a difference of 10,353. But if you look at black men, in 2022, there was 1.4 million black men divorced. In 2023, there was 1.4 million. But you see that 1,400,081? Y'all see that? That means there were less divorces in 2023 than there were in 2022. So that is a 7,689 decrease from 2022 to 2023. Do you guys understand now? Black women are the reason why the marriage rates on their own end are low, because they get divorced at a higher rate. Black men tend to stay married longer than black women, hence why black men's divorce numbers decrease while black women's divorce numbers increased. So when we talk about why are black women the least married and the most divorced, it's because of that reason right there. Black community, talk to black women and ask them what are they doing wrong and what do they need to change in order to stop getting divorced and get married at an even higher rate. Even blackdemographics.com actually points this out. After reviewing the available data, we can see that although fewer black women are now married, more black women than black men have been married at least once. This is because a higher percentage of black women are what? Divorced and widowed than men. Also, in 2023, just under half, 49% of black women had never been married, which is up from 44% in 2008 and 42.7% in 2005. So instead of having these conversations about what black men need to do and change, why haven't we asked black women that question? Well, we have asked black women that question over the years, but for some odd reason that gets drowned out by these fake dudes on social media that won't tell black women the truth. If your audience is predominantly black women, that is the best chance to get the truth out. You have all those women in front of you. They listen to you. They like you. They think that whatever you're doing in your marriage is something that they would like to model. So wouldn't it be wise of you to tell them that, hey, the numbers say that you guys are the least married and the most divorced? And we can't place the blame on black men because 1.7 million more of y'all, but black men are married at a higher rate. So now we need to focus on what you guys need to do and or change in order to get married. That's simple, right?